Sadistic Penguin Studios presents It's Getting Drafty in Here.
Drafty old barn.
The show of drafting random nonsense.
I choose business ethics.
And now, coming to you from his basement, a.k.a. Draft Headquarters, your host and draft master, Magnificent Stan.
Hello, welcome to episode 67 of It's Getting Drafty in Here. I am your host, Magnificent Stan. Today is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. We are a few days away from Valentine's Day, so we thought we'd do a draft of Rom Com movies. Got a couple of regulars back on with me here today. We got Sean Janko. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. Also joining us, the queen of all sports scene.
Hello. Thanks for
Reeves.
having me again. Always fun.
Always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank
Two of my favorite guests.
Aww. You're saying that.
I'm a big old softie. It's Valentine's week.
Aww.
Oh, your checks in the mail.
So yeah, Rom Coms today. We're gonna. There's no categories, anything like that. We're just gonna buzz straight through it. Katelyn did win the lottery, so
finally, victory is mine.
Damn it!
First time ever somebody gave me some visuals for a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was like, oh, it's perfect since I'm first. You can't steal it. So it was glorious. But yes, victory is finally mine. Woohoo! Sorry. Did you want me to start?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no. You're good. I thought maybe I missed it. Yeah, so my first pick, I've been obsessed with this movie since I was a little kid. And it's definitely 10 Things I Hate About You. And I'm so extra that I sent Brian some photos because I love this movie so much that I had to go see its movie scenes. So I took a boat tour so I could get this cute little view. But yeah, it was fun. I have a couple of photos from the trip. But
there's an Oscar winner in that paddle boat.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so took a road trip, or not a road trip. Well, kind of. I started in Colorado and then was driving all around the Northwest. So I landed in Seattle, Tacoma, and I knew right where I wanted to go, which to see these filming scenes because I'm such a movie scene nerd. But yeah, let's see. What's the next one? Yep, this is where they had their paintball scene over here. It's like called Gasworks Park or something. Kind of cool though. Neat that's still there.
Yeah, it's cool to find the landmarks, you know.
Oh yeah. It's cool to see like what's still there after all these years because I think it's 99? Yeah, 1999. But yeah. And then I think this was the coolest. So this is like still an active high school. I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of weird walking around some random high school, but it was summertime, so. But yeah, it was cool. My dad and I went to the bleachers.
So you're fine.
My dad, of course, had to pretend he was Heath Ledger, which I'm sure
he's running up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
Now
I learned recently that they actually finally like fenced it off, so randoms can't just like come in anymore. It makes sense. Yeah. But dude, can you imagine this being your high school? Like it's a legit high school, but it's so pretty. It was kind of gloomy that day, but but it's very pretty though. And then
now, did anybody shoot your dad in the ass with an arrow?
No, not that I know of. And this was the last picture that I took. But yeah, after all these years, the greenery obviously went away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting to troll under the bridge. Like you never see that anywhere else. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, I'm one of those people that when I go somewhere, I want to see the like, movie filming scenes and stuff. But that is how obsessed I am with this movie. So I'm so happy I got the first pick.
It's a great movie. I love the dialogue in it. Whoever wrote it did a fantastic job of
oh yeah. It's literally perfect.
Well, and this movie, I graduated that year, so like, it's basically like I am them pretty much,
I watched it way too young. I was only like 7 when this came out, but it didn't stop me from being obsessed. And I love Brandy's comment, by the way. I think you can in Europe.
You can in Europe.
It's so good.
What's her Gabrielle Union's like 20 years older than everybody else in that movie, and she's
Isn't it funny student? When you like look at it, like how old are these people playing high schoolers? You're like, what the heck? That's so funny, but yeah, it's so good. A classic.
That all started with 90210 when like fucking Luke Perry was like 35 playing a 17-year-old,
And some of them too, like some movies I've seen, I'm like, they're all like almost 30, and then they'll be like, oh, there's like a 12-year-old playing it. I'm like, what the hell? Like, okay.
It's like that's like that 70s show is like a couple of them were older, and then Mila Kunis was like fucking 13 when the show started or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
She was a baby, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Stacey Dash playing a teenager 28.
Yeah. Oh, Brandy did the same quote you had earlier. 2 peas in a pod.
You have a little green in your eyes.
It's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that one. Good pick. Yeah. Good pick. Definitely was on my list as well. One of those. So I'm not like. I mean, I like rom-coms. I like older rom-coms. This is one of those movies where if Brandy's watching it or whatever, I'll just sit down and watch it every time. So definitely, the rewatchable qualities of it.
I love when her dad makes her put on that pregnancy suit.
Yeah.
It's just who knocked up your sister. It's such a good movie. It's so funny.
What? Who plays the dad? I can't remember what the guy's name is. That guy is so funny, man.
I forget what his name is.
I wish I could remember. I'm gonna get his name actually, just because I want to. Larry Miller. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a classic. He used to be on Real Time with Bill Maher a lot.
Oh,
okay.
And he always fought the shit out of everybody though. Like, for being an actor, like he definitely knew his shit. So definitely one of those guys that you could talk politics with. But all right, let's get moving here. I'm gonna go number 2. I know Sean's name today says hello. My name is Sean. Yeah, I got to go Princess Bride. That was my 1-1. Sorry,
Sam
Sean.
is obsessed with that movie.
I
love you, buddy. Yeah, it's a classic. You can't. I mean, it matches up with any rom-com, any comedy movie. Period. In my opinion, matches up with anything Mel Brooks did. Anything. Rob Reiner did a great job with the whole thing. Very well cast. Andre the Giant's fantastic, and then obviously Mandy Patinkin's really, really good.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah, Billy Crystal as Max.
Miracle Max.
Sam quotes that movie so much.
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife.
I'm not gonna lie, I've actually never fully have seen it, but I've seen so many clips, and Sam quotes it so much. And he watches it that I feel like I've seen it all, but I don't know why. I just never fully sat down. But I know it's a classic.
He's only mostly dead. The's a difference between mostly dead and all dead.
Carrie Elways was perfect for that role as Wesley.
Yeah. Chris Sarandon is Humperdinck as well. Just tremendous.
So good.
Christopher Guest is the man with the six finger
man.
Yeah. Christopher Guest is one of those guys like so underrated. He's been in so much good stuff, like
I agree.
All those what I can't remember what the troupe of those guys are called, but like Mighty Wind and Waiting for Guffman and all that stuff, and then obviously Spinal Tap and but yeah, he was great in that as well. So just very well cast, very well done. Rob Reiner doesn't mess around. He just does good movies. So we may be talking about him a little more in a little while. So, all right, Sean. What do you got? You got 2 here, man.
Somebody decided to take my 1-1. I'm gonna go with probably one of my second favorite rom-com, and that is from 2003. Love Actually.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I'm calling that a rom-com. I know
Oh,
it's a Christmas movie, but I love.
No,
Love
it's a
Actually.
rom-com all the way around, man. Yeah.
My favorite participant in that movie is Hugh Grant, as he's the prime minister dancing through. Because I feel like I would do that
scene
as
is
well.
iconic.
So, and it's just, and the way they tie in like 5 different stories in like 2 hours is insane.
I love the guy that flies to Wisconsin to meet women.
Oh yeah, and I spotted the White Sox sign in the Milwaukee bar. Like the first time I watched it with my wife, I'm like, "There's a White Sox sign." She's like, "You would pick that out." I'm like, "Well,
I got a keen
you don't see
eye.
it too often."
I get excited about that kind of stuff when you like see something in the back, like a certain movie poster or whatever. You're like, oh, like I have to point it out every time.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, Love Actually is definitely, I feel like a lot of like people's top like rom-com for sure.
Definitely on a lot of the lists I was looking at the other day.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I mean, and ensemble casts, usually movies with that many stars in it, they don't work out.
No.
Like really, they just don't.
They just no.
But that one really, they did a good job working it out. See, Sam already got I got Sam's vote.
I told you what I say. And I don't worry, I already ratted myself out and told him I've never seen it. He used to play that Princess Bride slot machine at the casino.
Hey, I would do the same thing, honestly.
Yeah, he loved it. It's so old school.
Yes, Brandy. I saw your comment about Mr. Bean wrapping the gift. It's hilarious.
That part is
that
really
scene
funny.
is hilarious.
He's like, what does he sprinkle in there? He's like,
little holly.
Potpourri.
He's like, can you? And then Alan Rickman, it's like, can you make it a little quick? Come on, let's go. But if you want to watch a double feature, you go Love Actually into Die Hard, then Alan Rickman gets his come out.
Is that your second pick?
No. Die Hard. We're classifying Die Hard as a rom-com now? Okay. No, actually,
Christmas movie.
Have I ever stopped anybody from doing anything on this show ever?
We make our own rules.
No. Yeah.
I'm picking Faces of Death 4. that bear that killed that family, they just loved each other so much.
I'm choosing Saw, actually.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm gonna go with this is a little out there, but it's my youngest brother's favorite movie, and I really like it too. It's from 2010, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, with Michael Cera in his heyday, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I just like the whole like video game theme of it. It's just really well done.
Yeah, it was very comic booky.
Yeah.
But I mean, is Scott Pilgrim a comic book to begin with?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought it was. To be honest with you, I've never actually watched this movie all the way through.
Oh,
yeah,
I'd watch it. It's like I wouldn't go out of my way and like rent it. It's if it's on like a streaming service.
Oh, but you're like, well,
maybe.
I'm a big Arrested Development person, so I support anything Michael Cera's in. So
okay.
Oh yeah, Michael Cera's good.
Always.
Super bad.
I saw that on some people's list, and I was like, I don't know.
Really?
If that works. I did not.
Yes.
But hey,
in a way,
if you want it to, you do it.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah, right. Just a little.
Just a tad.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go here. All right. I'm gonna go back to back Rob Reiner picks. I'm going When Harry Met Sally.
Did you see that Super Bowl commercial? It's so good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it's fun to see. It's fun to see Meg Ryan every once in a while. You know, she doesn't really do much anymore. So when you see her in something, you're like, oh, cool.
That was funny to see that.
She still exists.
I'll have what she's having.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like there's two movies. There's Annie Hall and there's When Harry Met Sally, and those are the two movies that kind of just inspired the whole genre to like take off. You know, obviously there were movies from like the 50s and 60s, but when Annie Hall came out and they could find out that they could really make a lot of money doing these types of movies.
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering like when it started, like, because I know like the early 2000s, I feel like is like there's so many But then obviously I know that they have them in like the 90s as well. But I kind of like was wondering what movie started it all.
So I think when Harry Met Sally kind of opened it up for
that's like 86, right? 87 or something
87,
like that.
yeah, 87, 88, something like that.
Yeah.
Just hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Billy Crystal. I don't know how much of that movie was actually written on paper, and half of it is just Billy Crystal riffing his ass off. But some of the shit he says in that movie, just wild. There's a scene at the beginning when they first meet. They're driving to Chicago together. They're driving to New York together, and they're talking, and he's eating grapes, and he spits like the pit of the grape, and she looks at him, and he goes, "I'll roll down the window." like he just spit it at the just shit like that just cracks me up. Carrie Fisher and Bruno Kirby are really good in it as well. But those two were magic. I'm amazed that they didn't make more movies. I think Billy Crystal didn't like doing rom-coms that much. So I mean, he did that one where he's a basketball referee. That one was okay. It is a safe place, but Jackie, you really should see it, man. It's funny as hell.
Group outing.
Jackie needs to see it.
Yeah. Jackie, please watch When Harry Met Sally. It's so good. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies, and I like I said, it inspired so much, so I have to give it a little credit. I'm going double Rob Reiner picks here.
Very nice, very nice.
That's a good choice.
We might not be done with Rob Reiner tonight, by the way.
Oh, Jesus.
But all right, Katelyn, let's go close out round two.
So
I think we're gonna have a shorter episode tonight, which is fine. I'm
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's there's only so much depth you can go into,
Right.
I know I'm sitting here still going back and forth, but Sam and I watch this a lot together, and we always get a good chuckle. It's gonna be Crazy Stupid Love.
I have not seen that one.
Oh, it's so good. Have you seen this one, Brian?
I have. It's been a very long time.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
it's funny. It's like Ryan Reynolds is trying to help Steve Carell's character, who's going through the divorce, try to get out there and giving him pointers and stuff. It's just hilarious. It's really good. Mm-hmm. I love it. Sam and I have watched this probably way too many times. But yeah, this is a good one. Good laugh. Good
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Can't go wrong with that one.
That's right. I get to go again.
Yeah, you get to
I already forgot the rules.
This is the second week in a row Crazy Stupid Love has been drafted on this.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wait, when did it?
Yeah, someone took it last week for the Muppets.
Oh, for the Muppets. Oh, that's right.
That was a great episode, by the way.
Oh, I didn't mean Ryan Reynolds. I did mean Ryan Gosling. I'm sorry. Thank you, Jackie.
We had so much fun with that one. That was just
that was a funny concept.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know which one to pick. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I really, really love No Strings Attached with
Mila Kunis and JT.
No, it's no, that's no, I'm sorry. Did I say the wrong thing? No. You're thinking of Friends with Benefits, I think it's.
Oh. Okay.
But this one is Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman. Sorry.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But this is a good one though. I like it. Gotta give it a watch.
Okay.
What the hell am I having a stroke or something? No, I spelled it right. Okay.
Hey.
Jeez. Okie dokie.
I remember my first StreamYard.
But yeah, it's just funny. This one, I think this movie was first, and then Friends with Benefits came after, but they're literally a copy and paste of each other. But yeah, no, it's a good one though. Natalie Portman, they met her and Ashton met at camp when they were younger, and then they meet each other again in adulthood, and it's just obviously funny watching them try to have this no strings attached relationship. It's just pretty funny.
And it never works
out. It never works out, exactly. So don't do it, okay?
Brandy and I have that type of relationship. We're going on 20 years now. So
yeah, right. Same as Sam and I. But then nobody
picked Thor yet, Jack. Jack mentioned this morning that the first Thor movie can be considered a rom-com. I'd like to have him on the show to talk about that. No, he's actually on next
Strings are always attached, so let it be a lesson. But yeah,
Damn
it's a
right.
good one. We saw this in like high school together, and we loved the movie.
Good stuff.
Good choice.
I am up here, huh? So, what is the highest grossing rom-com of all time? So I'm going to pick it right now.
Oh, you are? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. You've Got Mail.
No,
Oh, maybe.
that's the exact same answer Brandy gave me when I asked her that. You've Got Mail was like 25th or something like that.
Can we get if it's 90s, 2000s? Like, can we get that?
Yeah.
What year did it come out?
I like this guessing game. This is fun.
Came out in 2002. It was not. It only came out in a handful of theaters for a while. Like its opening weekend, it only made like $600,000, but ended up making over $240 million at the box office.
I'm with Mailman Jack. Is it made in Manhattan?
No.
That sounds like a
Brandy knows
Geely?
because I told her. No, it's not Sleepless in
Oh,
Seattle.
Brandy, give me that private chat. I have no idea. Oh, too.
Anybody else have any?
Sweet Home Alabama?
Yes, I said Geely.
I don't know.
No.
Lay it on us.
All right.
We got the chat trying to guess. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you guys a bunt cake with a flower in it.
On that Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah.
Oh.
The highest grossing rom-com ever
I have seen it. Wow.
is My Big Fat
I
Greek
told
Wedding.
you I was missing some big ones. Yeah.
That is wild. So it struggled at the box office, but then
No. It was an indie movie, so it didn't really have
Oh.
a giant release that came out, and everybody that wanted to go see it that first weekend went nuts for it, and it just kind of blew up from there. So
wow.
They have like a couple of them now, don't they?
Yeah. Are they making a new one?
Yeah, there's a new one, isn't there?
They're making is it a third one, I guess?
Third or fourth.
I think so. But people love this movie.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. Like the whole thing is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And it's making fun of it's harder nowadays, I think, to make fun of like somebody's background.
Right.
But they do it so well. And I grew up with friends that were Greek. We had a lot of neighbors where we lived that were Greek, and like they all owned restaurants or dry cleaners, like all these, like it's just so funny. Like the whole like you're so old you'll never get married, like all that stuff, and then she ends up with like the really good looking successful teacher, and like it's I think it's a really good tale, but it's also like the dynamic of the family is just funny as hell. So.
It was definitely, I feel like a different, like when that first came out, it was like definitely like something I feel like we hadn't really seen, and people loved it. Yeah, people loved it. You feel like the family dynamic and like the rom-com all together. Like, yeah, people love this movie.
So this is funny there's a scene I mentioned the bunt cake. So like there's a scene where her fiance's family comes, and they're just I don't want to say normal people, but they are just normal people. They show up at this crazy Greek house with all these statues and all this shit all over the place. There's 1,000 people dancing and a lamb on the spit and all that shit. And the mom brings a bunt cake, and she doesn't know what the fuck that is. So she goes in the house and she puts a plant in it, and she's like, everybody, the bunt. So when Brandy's mom came over to my parents' house to meet my parents, she brought a bunt cake, and we couldn't stop fucking laughing the minute she walked in with the bunt cake. We're like, all right,
the place
this is gonna work out, you know?
Yeah,
fun.
I was gonna do a theme and just pick nothing but movies that were attached to Rob Reiner, but I gotta go big. I gotta give Big Fat Greek Wedding my props. So.
Yeah, you got three really
gotta give it its due.
Good ones.
So.
Yeah, you got three good ones.
Honestly, that was probably my mom's favorite movie too. So.
No. Very nice.
But okay, Sean, you got your last two here.
I'm gonna go a movie from 2009. Another Ryan Reynolds movie. The Proposal.
Deadpool.
Wow, that's on my list.
I have 3 lists to present today, and I think it's on 2 of them.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
That's such a good one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Betty White makes
Betty
that.
White. God, yeah, that's what my notes say. Betty White steals the show
Oh
in the
yeah.
movie.
Ryan Reynolds
so
and Bullock are really go really well together too.
Yeah,
So
they do.
like they kind of flowed really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's just funny. The
I
fucking
love
dog getting picked up by
Oscar.
the
Oh yeah.
I loved Oscar from The Office. That does the stripper.
stripper.
Yeah, stripper.
Ramon R-A-M-O-N-E.
Oh, it's so good.
That-
And you can
the
just
ba-
see how uncomfy she is.
My favorite part of that whole movie is the credits when they do like the kind of like the outtakes of the INS guy like interviewing
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
interviewing
So great.
Ramon, and they're like, "What did you say, huh? Like, I don't understand what you're saying." Yeah, Betty White's phenomenal in that movie, though. Like she's almost the glue of that movie.
And then Craig T. Nelson. Can't forget Craig T. Nelson as dad.
Craig T. Nelson,
I
Coach.
just love when she's
Coach.
like, nonchalantly like explaining to him like we're getting married, like, and he's like,
Huh?
and she's like, well, until then, your wagon is hitched to mine, like whether you like it or not, pretty much. And it's just like, okay. I just love how he's like just going with it, like, sure. But no, it's a good one.
Okay.
I love that. Was definitely on my list. I was debating on that one.
Sweet.
What? Oh,
Hey, you're good. You're good. You're up again, Sean.
okay. I'm gonna do this. This one's from 1996. Show me the money. Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Nice. I didn't think about that one.
You had me at hello.
I have not seen that in so long.
I know I haven't either, but I like when I was asked to do this, I was like, "Oh, it's kind of a rom-com."
That's the thing is like some of these movies, you're like, I'm like, I think it is, like, isn't it? And there's some that I'm like, I don't know if that is or not.
You could argue that Jerry Maguire has more of a dramatic aspect to it, but it's still funny as hell. So I don't, you know.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
good with that.
Hey,
Yeah.
romance and comedy, it works.
Yeah.
I have to see that one again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's
Long
been a
time.
minute.
Yeah, been a long time since I've seen that one myself. Oh man, okay, I'm up again here. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going here.
I know. I'm still debating. I keep going down the list.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I loved this movie. The dialogue in it is fucking great. I'm going Juno.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good one.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love the music in it too because I like Adam Green, the Moldy Peaches. I like. It's just like, and I'm a music dork, so like listening to them talk about music throughout the movie, and like, I just kind of like those are the kind of people I hung out with in high school, like Juno and Bleecker, and like like that's.
I did, yeah.
It
Mike
felt-
Mysterio was so
yeah.
awkward.
It felt-
I love it.
It made me feel comfortable though, because those are, like I said, those are the type of people that I typically would hang out with. You know, like kind of, you know, in high school doing like weird drugs and like just hanging out. You know, like I thought it was funny. I thought J.K. Simmons as the dad was fucking great.
Yeah, that's true.
She's like, I have some terrible news. Like, what, did you crash the car? And they're like, no, I'm pregnant. They're like, oh God, I thought you were like into hard drugs or something. This is so much worse. You're just like, what? Wait, what? Yeah, just good. Just good.
I can't remember like the full quote, but it was like, she's like, I'm pregnant. What else can I get into? Or, you know, what else, you know, what other trouble can I cause? It's like, yeah, as a teenager, I guess it's like the worst thing to happen, right? But yeah, that's a good movie. I remember watching that on repeat. And then I loved all the Halloween costumes. I felt like that was a popular one. Juno and Bleecker.
I like when she calls the the abortion clinic, and she's like, "I'm here to procure a hasty abortion." And they're like, "What?" She's like, "Hang on, I got." And she's like talking into her hamburger phone, and she has to like shake it in order for it to work. It's like,
I forgot about that scene.
Jason Bateman is super creepy in that movie.
Yep.
I think that was the movie that convinced the world that Jason Bateman has quite a bit of range as an actor. He's not just like the straight guy all the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He was very weird in that for sure. I agree with Jackie on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
we
choice.
got our last pick here.
I know it's so hard because I have so many. But I'm going to go with the one that I've seen the most out of these picks, which is definitely going to be, and I thought Sean was snatching it when he said Ryan Reynolds and he picked The Proposal. But one of mine and Sam's favorite movies of all time is Just Friends. So we both have a holiday pick, Sean, but it's still a rom-com.
I believe this is the third. I believe this is the third or fourth time in Drafty Pod history that Just Friends has been drafted.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So
this is like one of my desert island movies for sure. It's just hilarious. I love Ryan Reynolds. He's like great in everything. But it's and obviously it's a bonus. It's a Christmas movie because I'm extra into those. But he's just freaking hilarious. Like I love it. I love the whole I love everything. It's so good.
Jack thought you were taking Green Lantern.
Oh no,
that's probably the worst Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Surprisingly, because I've seen a lot of his.
Oh yeah, never watch that fucking.
Don't watch it.
It's awful.
Don't watch it.
You want to see something? You want to see something funny with Ryan Reynolds? Just look on YouTube for old episodes of "You Can't Do That on Television."
Uh-oh.
You guys know what that is?
Oh God, yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
Do you know what that is, Katelyn?
No.
Okay, so they used to have it was like a variety show in Canada. It was on Nickelodeon in the 80s.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, Ryan Reynolds, Alanis Morissette, both were cast members on it. And whenever you say the words "I don't know," they'd hit you with slime. That's where slime came from. Nickelodeon was from that show. So,
I didn't know that.
It's like very like vulgar. It was like a lot of toilet humor for like being like a kids show. Like, yeah, like the burger place they went to was called Barf's Burgers, and it always made everybody throw up. Like just like shit like that. You're just,
Nice.
It's a funny watch because you see like a 15-year-old Alanis Morissette and like a 13-year-old Ryan Reynolds like hanging out.
I had no idea. I've never even heard of that. I have to check that out just for fun.
Where they both got their breaks.
But hey, there's always the people in the funny movies, and then they always have one or a couple where we're like, what did you do?
Right.
But yeah, this was hard though, because like I said, some of the stuff I was like, is this actually a rom-com? Like I saw somebody put like A Walk to Remember as a rom-com. I'm like, there was nothing funny about that movie. Like,
oh man, I laughed my ass off when she died.
Jesus Christ.
You know what's funny is like I'm looking at these lists, like I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes lists of the best romantic comedies of all time. It's based on like the Rotten Tomatoes score. So it's kind of out of place, but like number 7 on the list is Big.
I don't
Big
think that
rom-com.
I mean, it's like, Tom Hanks and I forget what her name is. Like
Elizabeth
we're like
Perkins.
liking liking each other, but it wasn't like the whole movie was centered around that. And it's like,
But it's important to remember that Tom Hanks in reality is like a 13-year-old child that's fucking Elizabeth Perkins.
Which she didn't know at first, but I guess the bunk beds should have given it away.
Yes, Brandy, Lake Placid is a rom-com.
Oh, Lake Placid. I saw
Patton Oswalt's wife is the love interest in Lake Placid. So
gotcha. One of my all-time favorite movies is Where the Heart Is, but like I saw that on the list for rom-com, and I'm like, well, it's not really like a funny movie. It's more of like a drama romance. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, some of these movies, I'm like, I don't know if that's right or not. But I guess it's your perception, what you want.
Right. like I always say especially on this show, like in general, it's to me, it's
make up the
important for you
rules
to
as we go.
interpret whatever way you want to interpret it. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Whose line is it anyway?
Yep.
Right.
But yeah.
I had Love and Basketball on my dump list.
Oh, nice. Oh, can I go through mine?
Let's do everybody's lists real quick. Let's do the 3 lists that I got, and then we'll go into that.
Yeah.
So here is Katelyn's worst half, Sam.
Ugh, gross.
Anchorman. I am 74% sure that I love you. I think I got the percentage wrong, but I don't care. Forgetting Sarah Marshall was on my list.
Great choice. Great choice, yeah.
50 First Dates is good.
Yeah.
I'm more of a wedding singer than a 50 First Dates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No Strings Attached, Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, 5 Year Engagement is one of his favorite movies of all time.
Which one is that?
That's with Jason. Why am I drawing a blank? It's with his girlfriend. He's obsessed with Emily Blunt. FYI, that is Sam's dream woman. Emily Blunt and Jason. Why am I from Freaks and Geeks? Why am I drawing a blank?
Jason Segel?
Yes, thank you. God.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's pretty good though. And then like Chris Pratt's in it. Yeah, it's a really good movie.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, you have to look. You and Brandy got to watch that one because you'll like it for sure.
Oh, I'm sure Brandy's seen it like 8 or 9,000 times.
Yeah.
I've never...
Brandy, get him on board. No, it's really good. He's got a couple of the ones that I had, and some of them on my list. Oh, it's like we like each other. Ugh.
Yeah. Gross.
It's like we have similar interests. Gross. Oh, Brandy hasn't seen it. You got date night.
Okay. Date night.
Date night.
That means we gotta spend time with each other. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Sam liked 5 Year Engagement so much that he was engaged to me for 10 years. He had to one up the movie.
That's funny as hell. Here's a list from Mailman Jack. He said that it was 2 of them are his wife's movies and 2 of them are his movies.
I almost did Sweet Home Alabama as my last pick, but then I had to do Just Friends.
I did kind of chuckle and talk to him a little bit about the Boomerang edition. That's a funny ass movie. Like it really is very
Return to Me.
Funny.
I remember watching that. My mom was obsessed, and that's David Duchovny, right?
Yeah.
I think that one maybe was the one filmed in Chicago. And if it is, my mom, I was a little kid and she dragged my ass to Chicago from the burbs to try to follow him around while he was filming because she's obsessed with him. And I think it was this movie, but it was a really good movie. It's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm a big Minnie Driver fan, so
now I know where I get my filming location obsession from. That's my mom.
I live down the street from where they filmed Road to Perdition, so if you want to... All right.
I'll add it to my list.
Anybody else send it some?
I'm sorry,
Anybody
Sean?
else send list in?
Yeah, Brandy's got one too. She said. So, you've got mail.
Oh, Notting Hill. Good choice.
I've never heard of Must Love Dogs. I have to check.
I haven't either.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I didn't even think about Clueless.
That's John Cusack and Diane Lane.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of that, but I like both of them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like
Clueless is so good.
If I remember correctly, it's like one of the first movies that really kind of focused on online dating.
Oh, interesting. Okay, check that one out.
Notting Hill is one of those movies that I'll always watch with Brady. It's like 10 Things I Hate About You. I'll always watch it. I think it's hilarious. Proposal, obviously. Holiday's good. Clueless. So Clueless was one.
That's a great choice.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That one went over my head. I love Clueless.
That was like really high up on a lot of the lists that I was looking at when I was researching.
Paul Rudd.
I was kind of surprised. Yeah, Paul Rudd. I don't know why I don't think of it as a rom-com as much as I but it is. I mean, totally is a rom-com.
Yeah, when you think about it, like, and going like more in depth, you're like, yeah, definitely. I didn't even think about it.
I mean, really, it follows the plot of a porno more than it follows the plot of anything else because she hooks up with her stepbrother. So,
some cruel intentions shit going on.
Yep.
That's a good list.
It's the second week in a row I'm mentioning pornography. We're 2 weeks away from episode 69. So
nice.
Hey, we could have done Zach and Miri make a porno, but
I did that with Muppets last week. So.
Oh, did you?
I took two porno movies, that and Boogie Nights. So
nice.
Yes. That was
I saw that on the list. I was like, that's hilarious. That's another one that Sam's obsessed with.
All right. Let's start. Sean, what's your dump list, man?
I had pretty much everybody took everyone, but I also did we talked about You Got Mailed, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. The Hanks Meg Ryan combo, You Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, both equally good.
Yeah.
Unique in their own way. Dialogue in You've Got Mail's pretty fucking funny.
I got to see this in
earlier, but Love and Basketball. That was big when I was growing up.
Is that a comedy though?
And Say Anything.
Oh, gotcha. So. I haven't seen the basketball one.
Yeah, I don't. Is that really a comedy though? Like, I don't know. I never found it like fun. I guess a good movie, but I never found it funny. You know what I mean?
Fair, yeah. That's fair.
Dave Chappelle is in You've Got Mail. I forget about that.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Interesting.
She looks just like that Kathleen Kelly girl. But definitely, I'm glad you mentioned You've Got Mail again. Yeah, You've Got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle are two of the ones towards the top of my list. I was going to take Sleepless in Seattle because it's got Rob Reiner in it when I was doing Rob Reiner.
You should just go on old Rob Reiner.
Yeah, that's what
Saving Silverman.
I forgot about Saving Silverman. Is that one?
It's a good one. What else do you? What do you have, Katelyn? Anything else?
So yeah, I had. I grew up watching The Wedding Planner on repeat. Just Married, Ashton Kutcher and Brittany Murphy. That one was really good.
Yeah, that movie is funny.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember like watching it so much growing up, and it was just hilarious. Like them on their honeymoon in Italy and all it was just a hilarious one.
You should watch it now, just because it turns out that P. Diddy killed Brittany Murphy. So
no. Bro. I was thinking about The Proposal, and then Sweet Home Alabama, 5-Year Engagement, 13 Going on 30. Sorry, I had a long list.
That's a good one.
And then for me, being like a younger millennial, I'm obsessed with like a Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. She's the
God,
yep. All that stuff. Just add it to my desert island movies. And then the last one I had, I don't know if everyone's into this movie, but I liked it. It's He's Just Not That Into You. Like, but I know sometimes people like don't like how those movies are like set up, with all the different storylines. But I liked it. It had a lot of it has pretty stacked cast, and I enjoyed it. So I liked it.
Which one was that? Who was in that one?
Oh gosh, you have I forget what her last name is. Jennifer is her first name. You have like Justin Long, Bradley Cooper. Scarlett Johansson. I forget who the guy is from Entourage. Whoever he is in Entourage. There's so many different people.
Kevin Connolly.
Oh yeah, Kevin Connolly. There's like so many different people in it, but it's really good though. I like it. Drew Barrymore's in it. There's a lot of different people in there. Yeah. I forget who the rest are, but yeah, I liked it. I know like there was like that time where it's like you had like. What was it, like New Year's Eve, or you have like all these different movies that were doing all these like stacked casts with different storylines. But I thought it was good. Cool. That's my dump list.
Okay, good stuff.
Many
Yes, Jackie, Mallrats is a rom-com.
I forgot.
As is Clerks, because the girl falls in love with the guy in the bathroom.
Yes.
And he dies.
Absolutely. Yes. I forgot 27 Dresses too with Katherine Heigl.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that in forever. Nice.
Thank you, Brandy.
I made a dump list and I noticed that Sam put Shrek on it when I walked away. I don't know if Shrek's a rom-com. Maybe.
So I have a couple. I don't know if it's a comedy or not. Another Rob Reiner movie, American President. I always found it funny. I'm just mentioning it because Jackie's gonna get happy whenever I mention that because I think that's her favorite movie. Knocked Up is a really good one. Thank you, Jackie.
That's a good one.
Great one.
Yeah.
40-Year-Old Virgin, really good one.
Yeah.
I saw that on the list and I didn't think of it as one, but it makes sense. It totally is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen? You probably haven't. It's kind of a deep cut. Have you ever seen Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks?
No.
So that's a really good movie. It's Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep, and they both are dead, and they're basically in purgatory. Now, when you're in purgatory, you have to your life goes on trial to figure out if you go to heaven or you get reincarnated. So they have to defend. They have to defend the choices and decisions and the things that they've done in their lives in like a courtroom. It's really funny because Albert Brooks is like so neurotic throughout the whole thing. Albert Brooks is basically being Albert Brooks, and he he just judges himself too much. And Meryl Streep is like perfect, like she saved her children from a fire, and like all these things in her life, and they like love her, and they meet each other and fall in love.
What'd you say?
It's funny as hell. Defending Your Life.
Defending Your Life. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm a big Albert Brooks guy, so that was a good one.
What year is that?
I mentioned it's like early 90s.
Ah, interesting. I'll check that out.
And then you got to mention Annie Hall. Obviously, I talked about it for a minute earlier. I think that's the godfather of rom-coms, in my opinion, or at least modern rom-coms. What else? Got Bull Durham. I had.
Yeah.
Thinking about.
7 is a rom-com. Get out of here.
Groundhog Day.
Oh, I didn't even think of Groundhog Day being one. Yeah, that is a good one.
You ever see Splash with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Where he falls in love with Daryl Hannah and she turns out to be a mermaid.
Yep.
Isn't that
like early Tom Hanks, right?
It's mid 80s. Yeah. Eugene Levy is really good in it. Harold and Maude is a good one. Yeah, that's a weird movie. If you ever want to watch it, it's very weird, very good.
It looks
so romantic.
Awful.
The Box.
Now I know when you look up Harold and Maude and you see like a kid hanging out with an old lady and they're like it is a love story, like they do love each other, but it's not like physical,
I haven't seen that.
But yes, I do agree with Sam. 7 is definitely a rom-com.
I don't know.
When they find that gluttony guy, I laugh my fucking ass off. I'll tell you that. No, but yeah, that's all I got. You guys got anything else here?
I found these ones all pretty quick. I was just thinking of I pretty much grew up as like 10-year-old Katelyn, just down the line. As like my whole life was rom-coms. Nostalgic. I feel like do you guys feel like they like make many anymore? Like I don't really watch. I don't get.
Yeah, they do. We just don't notice it.
Yeah,
everything's on streaming now.
That's what I mean.
I
don't even go to the movie theater anymore because like Sam's obsessed with going to like the theater and like getting in right away to like see the movies, and I'm like, it'll be on HBO Max in like 3 weeks. 3
weeks, yeah. I don't want to spend $28 to go,
Or I just watch like stuff on repeat, like so I'm not seeing any commercials and stuff. So I'm like, I don't even know what's out anymore.
I just watch the same rotations of like 6 movies.
Yep. Our comfort movies. So I'm like, I don't even know what the last like rom-com was. Well, I guess in the last couple of years, I really liked Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney. That was good.
Oh, that was good. I
like that one a lot.
I watched that one.
But that was like in the last couple of years, I'm like, that's like the only rom-com I can think of. Actually, Sam reminded me of it. I totally forgot about it.
I actually just watched that with Brandy like a few weeks ago.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
Have you watched the one with Glenn Powell and Lucy Liu and what's his name? Tay Diggs. It's like the setup or something. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that one.
It's like two office assistants try to hook up their bosses together.
Oh,
it's
nice.
It's pretty good.
That sounds like a good plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Glenn Powell. He was good. But yeah, Anyone But You was a pretty good movie. But yeah, it just reminded me. I was like, I feel like we don't get as many like rom-coms anymore, you know? But then again, like I said, I don't pay attention as much. And all this stuff just goes straight to streaming. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jackie. Nobody puts Jackie in a corner.
Aw. Hallmark movies. Nice.
No.
Wait. Jackie and I briefly had the idea of doing Mystery Science Theater 3000 on playback with Hallmark movies, but they don't offer it anymore. So.
Gotcha.
You can only do two things on playback: NBA games, and you have to have a League Pass subscription, or you can watch things on YouTube, like I did a couple weeks ago with Baloney and a couple other people. We watched old wrestling. That's all you.
Wonder why they're so specific.
So you can't do baseball anymore?
Nope.
Well, I wonder why that is. Like is it just
they have a contract? Yeah. They have a contract with the NBA. They get paid. They get like pro athletes on they have like their own channels. Like I'm trying to think. I know Gilbert Arenas has one.
Oh jeez.
The guy who played Turtle in Entourage has one.
Oh.
Yeah, so like there's like it's
That's
like a
crazy.
It's like a big thing, and it's fine. Good for them. Those guys are all like I used to bullshit with those guys all the time, and I'm glad they're successful. And it sucks that I can't do what I want anymore, but it is what it is.
Sure.
Those guys are those guys moving on, you know. But all right, cool. Thank you guys for being on. Drafty Pod will be back. Yeah, anytime. This was a fun one. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys and your families.
You too.
I'll be back next week. We're doing movies again next week. I don't know if you guys remember last year we did movies from 40 years ago, 30 years ago, and then 20 years ago. We're doing that again this year. So next week we're gonna draft movies from 1985. I'm gonna have Mailman Jack on. I got Aloha Mr. Hand coming on, and then Fitzmagic. So the four of us
that's gonna be a good show.
It's a bunch of old guys talking movies, you know.
Who's bringing the good food out of that crew?
Probably Jack or Fitz, you know.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
But yeah, I started to do a little bit of research on movies from 85, and holy shit, that was a dynamite year. If you guys look that up, it's fucking great. So
and then 85 and 95, I think 95 was probably hot too.
Yeah. And I'm still working on a panel for that one. I know Shankster wants to be on, so we're gonna get a couple more people on. But yeah, that's about it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Says Stick Penguin Studios. Keep an eye out. Tony's always doing hook up on music episodes. I should be on in a few weeks, probably with them again. And then obviously Friday nights we have at the show with Yumper and Tony. I'm pretty sure they have something going on this week. I should probably get that information before I record, but not very organized as you can tell. But but yeah, guys, thanks a lot. Thank you for everybody in the chat, Jackie, Jack, Sam, Stoop, Brandy, everybody that participated today. Thank you so much. And we are out.
Bye.
Deuces.